Hi everyone, it's Kendra and welcome back to my channel. If you're not new, welcome. If you are new, I hope that you'll stick around and check out what we have here, what I have here, as if myself and my staff will show you around. Yeah. Anyway, I'm having company tomorrow. My son and his wife and one of the baby is gonna come over, and I'm gonna just make some foods and put them out and stuff. And one of them I'm doing is Shaum Torte. So I had this bowl. I should have showed it to you before I did it, but I had a bowl of I had bought 2 pounds of fresh strawberries. It's early in the season. Some of them are iffy, some of them are beautiful, and because not all of them were totally as sweet and ripe as they should be, I'm gonna go ahead and sugar these. And the reason I'm even doing this is I'm making a dessert tomorrow to go with the rest of the foods called Shaum Torte. It's a German dessert that I've had the recipe for about 40 years, and from Wisconsin is where I got it. And it's a sugary, crunchy on the outside, creamy on the inside, yummy, and I'll show you the rest of it as I get to it. Let's see, I think that's about it for now. Here we go. So I've got the berries already sliced up and sugared and ready. Now I'm going to make the actual Shaum Torte. Now I've had the Shaum Torte recipe for a long time, 40 plus years, and we moved into this house 2 years ago, and when we did, I packed my cookbooks into more than one box. So what we have here is a box full of cookbooks that I do have, and I keep it under this. Don't mind the poodle. Anyway, there's another box out there somewhere that's got the other half of my cookbooks, and in that box is my original recipe. So I did have to look this up online, which you can do too if you look up the recipe called Shaum Torte. The only difference that I found in this recipe is that my recipe, my original, called for using a 9x13 pan, and I'm going to do that even though this recipe calls for the use of a springform. So seriously, it's 1, 2, that's vanilla, 3, and 4, and that is sugar, 2 cups of sugar. That's it. That's the entire recipe. You wouldn't believe it after it's cooked. It's so delicious. Kids like it, adults like it, in small doses, because it is, like I think I said earlier, it's a little, no, maybe I didn't. It's a little like a cotton candy on a plate. Good stuff. So I'll get started. So here we go with 8 eggs into this bowl, just the yolks. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. Ideas? I just don't. I used to just give them to the dogs, but I don't think I will give these to. Yeah, no. They make a mess all over their faces. So what I want is 8 egg whites that have stayed out in the room temperature. It calls for room temperature is what I'm trying to say. I was trying to find out what I'm going to put on top, and I think I'm going to use this bowl right here. So in order to keep dust and looky-loos away from this, here we go. And I'll put the cover over these and try to figure out what to do with them later. And after 30 minutes, and this is all room temperature-ish, I'll put it in the mixer and show you how that works. My eggs have been at room temperature for just a little over 30 minutes, and I have a correction to make. I called this a 4-ingredient dessert. I forgot that I have to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So we have egg whites, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, tablespoon of vinegar, and a teaspoon of vanilla, and this is my homemade vanilla, along with the 2 cups of sugar. So first, I attached my whisk attached my attachment, and I'm going to put the egg whites right into the bowl. I made sure that I wiped this clean. Even though it was clean, I wiped any trace of flour or dust away. Egg whites are fussy. Okay, so we're going to start it on kind of low. Not, super low, but our goal here is to get going soft peaks. All of this stuff goes in right now. Vanilla, vinegar, and finally the salt. The sugar goes in later. So, we're going to watch this for a while. I should probably also say that you could easily do this with a handheld mixer. For the first 23 or 24 years I made it, I used a hand mixer. You know, an electric holding your hand on. Is that what you're calling a hand mixer? I think it is. It's been a while. We're coming up to where we're on the kind of a thick, foamy consistency. Getting there. So as soon as this gets to a foamy, soft stage, and it's getting there, I'm going to take the sugar and add it a few tablespoons at a time until we get thicker, stiff peaks. And then I'll put it in the pan and into the oven at 300 degrees. The sugar is in, and what we're looking for is a loss of gloss. It gets glossy, and then it loses that gloss when it's ready. Plus, it's got stiff peaks. Here we go. This is perfect. It took no time after I got the sugar in it. I don't know how to show you how stiff this is, but it is hard to scoop up. It's very stiff. What would they, not even the consistency of cream, just real stiff, almost frosting-like. Yeah, I'd say frosting-like. And so I am going to go ahead and pan up this pan and put it in 300 degrees. And I think it's like 30 minutes, if I remember right. Maybe it was less. I better look. Okay, it's in the pan. I hope this works. Like I said, it's not my recipe because I can't find my other cookbooks. But it looks like it. I didn't put it all in here because this is going to puff way up. And then as it cools, it's going to drop down. What it's going to leave is crunchy, sugary topping, and then on the top. And then in the middle, a kind of a creamy, almost ding-dong consistency goodness, and then a crust similar on the bottom that's of the same stuff. You'll have to see. And there she is. Close it up. I'll see you in a little bit. It's out of the oven. It's supposed to be just lightly browned on the tops, kind of like baked Alaska, I guess. These crackings across the top are normal. See how it's actually puffy? It's not going to be in a little bit. It's going to completely collapse, except around just the very edges, which are going to be the coveted best spots. Hi there. Okay, this is it. It's done. It has collapsed and left up top the sides and edges, which are the best part. And I'm going to plate some up. If you don't care for strawberries, you could also use cherry pie filling. I have both. My granddaughter Patience is here, and she says she prefers cherry pie filling. I just used the Kroger brand. Where's it say it? There it is. Kroger brand. Try again. I'm not going to give you $1. Okay. You said it was good?
Yeah.
Say it again.
It was yummy.
Hey, this is the last of it. I chose to have strawberries with mine. There's an empty plate of the 18-year-old grandson. And Miss Patience is in this, and she said, you know, I think I'd rather just have some cherry pie filling. My cookbooks are still all over the floor, sorry. Anyway, if you like stuff like this, recipe content, and what did you say this tastes like?
It tastes like marshmallows, like melted marshmallows.
Really?
Yeah.
What about the crunchy part? Like
Cotton candy.
Cotton candy? Okay. Anyway, I do recipes, I do day in the life, I do menu planning, that kind of thing. And I would love it if you would consider subscribing and come back now and then. I love to chat. I love to make new friends. And I think that's the best part of YouTube. Have a really good day. Mwah.